Namaste, Vijayanand Gurudev here from Mysore. Happy 80th Independence Day to all of you. So today morning I started getting a lot of messages from my friends in various groups and my family members saying that Happy Independence Day. So it really struck me. What is so happy about it? Are we really independent? Where are we dependent? Is a question which started coming to my mind, and I just scribbled a few lines of my own thoughts and then I sent it to one of the group. Then a deeper thought struck me, saying that why don't I go do some search on internet and understand where do we really stand, and then I came out with a lot of facts and figures. So it will be like reading a budget or reading a progress report of the nation at 80 years, what we have done and where we are. So I will not be covering all the things because it's not possible. I just want to make this video and then share my views. These are purely personal views and the data is from internet. So when it comes to railways, you all know that Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel during independence, when we got independence, he went around and he unified the India with the princely states. 400 plus princely states got united into Republic of India, and so railways also got united and it became Indian Railways. But since then, where the railways have come so far in the 80 years, we have done 69,181 kilometers of railway network. That is the largest railway network in the world, and it employs it's one of the major employer in India. Electrification, we have done 98%. That is a real great news for all of us. And China Bridge is the latest addition to the engineering marvel what we have done. But what really mesmerized me about Indian Railways was the Konkan Railway, which was led under Dr. Sridharan. Konkan Railways really connected the south coastal part of India to the Mumbai and Konkan region of Goa and Mumbai, Maharashtra. This was not possible by Britishers. They had left it, saying that because of the terrain and the available technology during those times, it was not possible to make so many tunnels and to build so many bridges. But today we have done it in one of the eco-sensitive zone. We have done it, and then I am very happy about Konkan Railway. The next project which I am looking at is Hubli to Ankala, which got recently announced, and it's about 80,000 crore rupees is the budget for that. Once that is completed, the south central part of India can get connected to Arabian Sea again from Hubli to Ankala, and Hubli is well connected to the rest of Karnataka and Andhra, Telangana and Maharashtra as well. So we all know about Vande Bharat, and some of you have travelled already, and now the sleeper coaches of Vande Bharat are coming in. So we are very happy about it. We are also very happy that we are one of the first few countries in the world where hydrogen train has been introduced for public service. And engines, along with Alstom, we have developed wonderful engines. And with the electrification coming into picture, slowly we have phased out diesel engines. We are also we are completely phased out steam engines. Diesel engines will still continue to work for some more years, and then we might eventually phase them out as well or keep them for contingencies. So this is about railways, and I can speak more about railways. Only Bangalore station handles about 180 plus trains, and Hooghly handles about, or Howrah station handles about 450 trains on a daily basis. And Mysore alone handles 30 plus trains every day, and it carries crores of passengers. And without railways, India can't move. Without railways, people cannot move from one place to another. And railways are still the most affordable means of transport for long distance, and we have kept the prices as low as possible. Sometimes traveling by train to Bangalore is cheaper than traveling from my home in auto to the railway station in Mysore. Moving on to roads, we have around 1.46 lakh kilometers of national highway alone, apart from other major district road, other roads which come under state PWD. 1.46 lakh kilometers, and we added 50,000 more national highways in the past 12 years. The missing link in the Bombay-Pune Expressway is another engineering marvel which we have just achieved. The sea link, the Atal Setu in Mumbai, Bandra-Worli sea link is another thing which we have done. And roads are tremendous, and we never imagined that we would be driving in India at such a speed and covering a distance of 110 kilometers in less than 90 minutes between Mysore and Bangalore. Similarly, we have a Yamuna Expressway, and also the Bombay-Delhi Expressway is also coming up, which will cut down your travel time. And more trains are now coming up with the bullet trains being planned between Bombay and Ahmedabad. Similarly, between Bangalore, Mysore, and Bangalore, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, when the bullet trains come, maybe we might be lucky to travel in them as well. So roads and rails have become made us really independent. That is a good thing. Dams, major dam projects were given prominence during the early years of independence, but now no major projects are happening. All the major irrigation work, all the minor irrigation work have been completed, and we are already reaping the benefit, because of which we are able to produce more food. But again, we need to be very sensitive to ecology. We cannot make disaster going forward when we want to link the rivers from North India to Southern India. And again, under Indus Water Treaty now being scrapped, India will make more progress with respect to usage of our share of water, which is there in the northern India. And if it gets connected to southern India, nothing like that. For anything to happen, we need a strong finance ministry, and GST is one of the major reforms which Ministry of Finance has brought in, and with GST, government is able to collect taxes, and then this can be put back into the use of the nation. And Aadhaar is a game changer. In 2010, when Aadhaar was started, thanks to the Aadhaar team, they built a wonderful app which is working for 1.2 billion people. And because of Aadhaar, today we are able to do digital transactions, and we are able to do about 18 billion transactions per month. It is running into few lakh crores of transaction we do, and we hardly worry about change when we get into a bus, or when we get into a railway station, or when we buy grocery, or when we go to or when you even want to have a tender coconut water or buy some flowers on the street. UPI is working. UPI and NPCI, they've changed. BHIM has changed a lot, and other applications like PhonePe, Google Pay, they are doing fantastic job. And because of this, again, the commerce has picked up a lot. The last minute commerce is again doing amazingly well in India, though the Kirana stores are giving a tough competition. The Blinkit is doing, the Blinkits of the new digital era is doing fantastically well. I used to be a Blinkit boy for my mom. Whenever there is a relative coming in or a guest coming in, friend, I used to run for milk or curds or for sugar or whatever my mom needs. Now there is no more Blinkit boy concept in any home. And we used to fight, you go, I go, you go. You have gone so many times, I have gone so many times. So me and my brother used to fight, so there is no more such fights happening. It is just happening over mobile and internet, and with all the apps in place, it's just fantastic. Moving to dairy is one thing which really amazes me, because it employs 8 crore people. 8 crore people are employed only from dairy, 8 crore households, out of which 1.8 crores are enrolled into cooperative societies, where they generate milk and they produce milk and they give it to the cooperative societies. And we are number one. We produce about 679 tons of milk every day, and we consume. We also export. Around 25% of global production comes only from India. Excuse me. So this has really helped a lot of people to be where they are and to come up with a livelihood which is sustainable, which doesn't need too much of investment, which doesn't need too much of there is a risk. There is of course a risk of diseases and other things for the cows and buffaloes. But apart from that, I have my own friends who have come up with only 1 cow or 2 cow in the family, and they have done engineering and medical, and they are now prospering. So the cows have really helped us going forward, and we still rely on cows and buffaloes. I'm not speaking about goat and other farms, where I'll be speaking later, much later. Moving into agri, agri is one thing where our nation strongly relies, and that is our backbone still. We produce about 357 million tons of agricultural producers, be it rice, wheat, oilseeds, pulses and other things, out of which rice alone is 150 million tons and wheat is about 117 million tons. Oilseeds is at 42 million tons. This is really worrying for me, because we are still dependent on other countries to import oil, vegetable oil or palm oil, and then we use it, because oil is part of our regular cuisine, and day to day we need oil, we need fat. So this is one thing where we still need to buckle up and go, but this has to be done in a more sustainable way. And then we produce about 360 million tons of fruits and vegetables, out of which 220 million tons is only vegetables and 114 million tons is fruits. So today we are not dying because of hunger, we are not dying because of malnutrition, but we are dying because of over usage of pesticide, weedicide and other chemicals which are being used in the producing this amount of food. Though we had initially have to import wheat during my father's time, but today we are not importing any food, we are self-sustaining. But then we need to move more towards natural way of farming. We need to adopt the techniques which my grandparents used or my great-grandparents used, so that we need not end up in having cancer or any other diseases which are initially coming through these more neo-agri practices where a lot of chemicals are being used. And we are also irrigating more because water is available. We are leaching the soil out of the nutrients. So we need to take care of this. So our more approach towards more sustainable agriculture is what is the need of the hour. We are dependent on chemicals. We need to come out of this. Moving to number of agri colleges and universities, we have around 950 agri colleges and universities across India. And to name a few, we have a University of Agricultural Sciences in each state, ICAR, ICHR, NDRI, NDDB. And these are all premier institutes, and these are producing people who take care of our food going forward. We have 100 plus veterinary colleges alone in India. We need more of them. We need more veterinary scientists. We also need more agri scientists in place who can help us in growing better food, good food, sustainable food which doesn't need more chemicals or uses less water and things like that. I was zapped and amazed when I went through this poultry section. We are the second largest egg producer in the world. We produce about 149 billion eggs. I want to repeat, it is 149 billion eggs. I don't know how much we are consuming on a daily basis, and people have moved to chicken meat, and it has become a delicacy for middle class as well. Adoption of meat has gone up because affordability has gone up, because our nation has grown and we are able to eat meat more often now, and it is part of our recipe. So this was about food. Moving on to the health part of it is the medical colleges. We have around 823 medical colleges with close to 1.29 lakh MBBS seat through NEET, which gets allotted, and we have 350 private Ayurveda colleges. Government is also, under the Ministry of Ayush, is promoting more on Ayurveda. 350 medical colleges for Ayurveda is run by private institution, and about 100 Ayurvedic colleges are run by government, and even there the numbers are more for BAMS students. Totally we have over 70,000 registered hospitals across India, out of which 44,000 are from private sector and 26,000 are from government, which includes primary healthcare center, dispensaries and other government hospitals, be it at district level, state level or whatever, rural level. So we have around 1.8 million beds across India, and medical is still affordable in India. If you fall sick for any small minor ailments, you can get immediate attention. And also we need to improve upon the doctor to doctor ratio per 1,000 population. We need to work on that. The only worrying part for me now is there are a lot of big corporates which are entering into medical hospitals, and they're taking over, they are buying out our medical chains of hospitals. This is very scary part for me, because we would be depending on somebody and lose our independence to medical facilities very soon. These corporates work like business, and their motto is not to do service, but through the insurance they want to take more money from us. So we need to be very careful about our health. We need to eat healthy and stay healthy, and also our government needs to look at removing dependencies on these investments coming into medical. Moving on to engineering, we have around 8,200 plus engineering colleges across India. 6,000 belongs to the private sector, 2,000 plus belongs to the engineering colleges belong to the government, out of which we have 23 IITs and 31 NITs and 26 triple ITs across the country. We produce one of the best brains in engineering, and we also export them to other countries. But talent retention is very critical for us, because India is growing and India would need all these engineering people to stay back. One, we need to invest heavily on heavy engineering, which I'll be talking more. So this I have not covered the BCom, the BA, BCA, BSc and other pure science aspect of it. There are much more, and we produce quality engineers as well from our country. We are in high demand, be it in our own country or outside country. Hotels, yes, as the country progresses and people make money, they also want to go out and have a vacation. They want to go on spiritual tour. So we have around 1,26,000 hotels. I am not talking about the restaurants where we go and eat. These are hotels where we go and stay. We have around 1,26,000 hotels, 18,000 resorts, and 800 five-star hotels. Out of all these things, 79 to 80% is being owned by single owner, and remaining 20 are being again chains, hotel chains, which are working across India. Again, here we are having foreign intervention happening. So this hotel industry itself, or the hospitality industry and tourism industry, should not become so dependent on others, on foreign entities, that even to go on a vacation we should not think it should be made affordable. So coming to employment, about 62 crore people are employed in India out of 140 crores, in which 30 plus crores are in agriculture, 18 crores are into services, be it banks, be it educational institutions, be it government offices, be it private sector and other things, and 15 crores are into manufacturing, be it in small scale, medium scale or large scale industries or heavy industries. So this is really worrying, because 60 crores people are working and remaining 80 crores are depending on them, and this number is going to go up, because as we age in the next 20-30 years there will be a divide. And currently we have around 3.2% of the total population which is unemployed, which again needs to be addressed. So our dependency on agriculture is more, and as more we mechanize and do more of natural farming, we need more people to go back there, because it is also labor intensive. Coming to kapda, I have spoken about roti, I am now speaking about kapda. Textile is about $179 billion of market in India, what we produce, and we consume about 149 billion in it. 142 is the internal consumption. 142 billion dollars of produce we internally consume. Earlier it was a norm that only during your birthday or during a festival, or if there is any function at home, be it marriage or Grah Pravesh, we used to get good new clothes. But today there is no such thing. People can buy clothes and it is made affordable. You have variety of it, and there is a lot of choice for people to get spoiled. So kapda is taken care, roti is taken care, health is taken care, but again we need to always keep an eye as to onto whom we are depending yet. So coming to Makan, the homes, we have around 24 crore homes, which building new homes are also happening, which is a major employment generation and also revenue generation for the government. But we need to be more sustainable in our building practices, in our approach, because we are building houses left, right, center and everywhere we are talking about development. But we need to be very careful in what building material we are using, the kind of practices we are doing, and making it a better sustainable place is always the priority. I looked at the LPG connections. So we have 24 crore homes. How many connections should be there? It came out to 33 crores of connection nationwide. So this might include double cylinder as well, and as well as some cylinders which are under some other name which needs to be cleared. So eKYC is happening, and I think these figures will come down next week, next month, when the eKYC is completely done. And for doing eKYC, all I need to do was to just download an app, blink in front of it, it took my photo, and then it mapped to my Aadhaar database, biometric database, and then it said, yes, this is Vijayana. This is a kind of eKYC which can happen in 2 minutes, sitting at the convenience of your home. So these are all things I spoke about: roti, kapda, makan, to move around. And also the other thing which I want to speak is the airways, or the air travel, which is happening in India. This is another booming sector. Earlier we had very few flights from Bangalore to Delhi and Mumbai, maybe in the morning and in the evening, but today Bangalore alone handles around 200 flights. 200 flights, and roughly about 40-50 flights goes to Delhi alone, and 40-50 flights goes to Bombay alone from Bangalore. So that is the kind of traffic which we have built upon. And as the nation progresses and as people can generate more revenue, they would like to save on time and take up the air travel, be it for leisure, be it for work. So what is there in store for the next 20 years when we are going to reach the 100 years of independence. So are we really dependent on somebody, or are we independent? So I just took a few cases. One is AI. As we all know, artificial intelligence is taking over everything, and then do we have our own models? The answer is a very bleak yes, because there are several thousands of models across. And from India, from IIT Bombay, we have BharatGen. From IIT Madras, we have AI for Bharat. And from private, we have Sarvam. We have Bharat GPT and Gnani.ai, and then Krutrim. So we need to work on building small models for a specific problem. This is the way going forward, because AI comes with a tag of huge infrastructure, both digital and as well as requires water for cooling and power, and this is not available, and land, and this is not available at a disposable price for all of us. So we need to be very careful. And how many data centers we have in India? We are depending on all the data centers outside India for doing this, and we are giving a lot of foreign exchange in the form of tokens. So we have 300 data centers in India, out of which very few of them are sovereign. And we are proud that in Mysore we have Vigyan Labs, which has developed its own sovereign cloud stack, and it is also running its sovereign cloud for the past 6 years. We need more such approaches, both from private sector and as well as from the government sector. Apart from the NIC data centers and state-owned data centers and STPI, we have very few which are sovereign. This is the place where we are going to lose our independence on our own data and giving it to, again, foreign countries to rule on us with the digital data. Adoption of digital technology is one thing, but then also adopting the infrastructure to keep them running is another thing. So for any nation to grow, we need to have steel and cement. And as we all know, cement was very difficult in 70s and 80s. My father, during his time of constructing a house in Bangalore, he had to get the cement through license, saying that he is constructing a house and he has to get through this. And cement came from Korea. So I also have listened to stories from people, from Deepak Patel father or Girish Ramchandra's father, about how they used to struggle for cement and how they have done it. So cement production is now streamlined more or less. But when it comes to steel, we are just at about 168.4 million tons. We are second in the world, and we also consume in the second position. Our target is to produce 300 million tons of steel going forward by 2030. And why I am talking more about steel is, for any nation to progress further, we need steel. Steel is the backbone for anything and everything, be it road, be it railways, be it airport, be it dams, be it irrigation project, be it agriculture, be it poultry, anywhere and everywhere, steel becomes an integral part of it. And how are we producing it is another thing. And forging, we have only 400 forging industries across India. We need more forging industries, because when it comes to heavy engineering, when it comes to more requirement from defense, we need heavy engineering and we need more forging. And to do all these things, what struck me in the last was, where are we getting the power to do all these things? So I started digging more into the internet, and I landed in a portal called National Power Portal, npp.gov, where you could actually get to know what is the installed capacity and what is the production that we have done. As of 13th of August, I got this data. So 169 gigawatt hour was developed using nuclear. 701 gigawatt hour was generated using hydro. 3,987 gigawatt hours or megawatt. Sorry, I am talking about all these things in megawatt. 3987 megawatt of was from thermal, and remaining 53 is from renewable energy. So if you look at all these things, it is very saddening. I'll tell you in megawatts. 8,780 nuclear, 8,780 megawatts from nuclear, 52,064 megawatt from hydro, 2,51,639 megawatt from thermal. So that's almost like more than 70% we are still dependent on thermal. Meaning to say, my grandmother, my mother and my wife and my kid, they have moved from coal, they have moved from wood in their kitchen to LPG and induction stove and to cleaner fuels using sustainable energy as well. But then our power production is still stuck in coal, and we are spending a lot of money to mine the coal, to transport the coal to the nearest or the farthest thermal plant where power is getting generated, and we are dependent heavy on coal. So this is not true independence. We need to come out of this dependence on coal. So this is really worrying for me, and this is worrying for the nation also, because we not continuously mine coal or import coal from some other place and then keep burning and keep utilizing clean water for producing power. So water is also a very critical resource. Today we have a good river system. We have Himalayas, we have the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal, which brings in a lot of rain. But then with this El Nino effect, we have seen this summer, we are also seeing the rains getting distributed across, and it is a very chaotic way of distribution. So with all these things in place, we need to ensure that we at home become less dependent on this thermal based generation of power. We need to go more solar, we need to adopt wind, we need to adopt hydro based things. So wherever with the Har solar, I request everyone to go solar, so that at least the load on the grid can come down and we can reduce the thermal extraction, also the coal extraction from the earth, and we can be more sustainable way of approach if we can adopt to our living, that can be better. So with all this in place, I think it's good time for us to more adopt or align ourselves to sustainable development goals, and also ensure that we are truly independent of all these things and we are not dependent on anything much. So with this, I would like to thank you all for this long video and staying with me, and it was fantastic, and I wish everybody a happy 80th Independence Day. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Bharat Mata ki Jai. Namaste.